to another exciting Coalition of Homeless Services Providers Board of Directors meeting. So welcome to Wednesday, January 17th. So I'll call the meeting to order, and if we have any members that are new, representatives, please introduce yourself when we do the member updates. Beyond that, do we have any guests today? Mayor Oglesby, I thought I saw you hiding in there. Are you still on?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Great. Well, welcome, sir. We're glad you're here. Any other guests that are attending today? All right, we'll start with, sorry, did I interrupt someone?
I'm just going to say this is Mia Casey. I'm the mayor of Hollister. I haven't been able to make the meeting, so I'm here today. I'm trying to get here, so thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you being here. It's nice to have representatives. And let's start with public comment. Could you please raise your hand if you have any public comment, and we'd like to keep your presentations to 2 minutes, please. Wes, wait there. Wes, please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, hi, good morning. Wes White, Salinas, Monterey County Homeless Union. Just want to let you know that I've been talking to a few cities' ears. A few council members are interested in a couple of jurisdictions for tiny homes and sanctioned encampments, and even identifying people as harmless as opposed to homeless, especially if they're signed up for services, if they have organized space. You know, if it's just a vehicle and no litter, you know, it's not a blanket of trash, or it's just a tent and ground, it's not a blanket of trash, then, you know, the law enforcement would just pass them over and, you know, just provide services. In fact, even if it is a blanket of trash, provide services. And, you know, it's just decriminalizing being homeless, being too poor to afford rent, and allowing people a place to be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing running water and electricity, at least within walking distance, and, you know, personalized showers and bathrooms, because that kind of privacy is actually what will make you more human than feeling more like an animal or somebody in shelter. You know, we got to rehumanize people and re-legitimize, redeem. You know, we got a lot of work to do this year, and it sounds like some jurisdictions may be onto it. We got to remember the 2020 position on sweeps, you know, and start really adhering to keeping our jurisdictions accountable to letting the services come first before law enforcement. Stop the sweeps.
Thank you, Wes. Any other public comments? Thank you. Do we have any additions or modifications to the meeting agenda? Okay, we'll start with member updates then. You have 2 minutes, but I would ask if you try to keep it short today. We do have a fairly extensive executive director update in the second half of the meeting, so we try to keep on schedule today. So for member updates, and we'll do it in reverse order to keep everyone on their toes. So do I have the YWCA of Monterey County on?
Good morning, everybody. YWCA. We have just been working with folks. We helped house 2 of the individuals residing on one of our shelters. We continue to work the crisis line, housing department. So if there's any referrals that are interested for financial assistance for individuals who've experienced domestic violence, I'll go ahead and put my email in the chat. You can connect with me directly for any questions.
Thank you very much. I am representing Veterans Transition Center, and we have applied for 6 emergency housing geriatric beds with the Department of Veteran Affairs. We feel very confident we'll get these. The future of the VA is aging in place, so VTC would like to contribute to that. We'll find out in March if geriatric program will be coming to VTC. We currently have a capacity of 107 beds. We have 105 filled, and with geriatric, we would increase our capacity with ADUs to about 113. That's it for VTC. Salvation Army. John, I thought I saw you signing in.
Still loading.
Okay, we'll come back to them. Sun Street Centers.
Good morning. Want to remind everyone we have 6 sober living environments. That is for men or women that have completed a treatment program. It's a self-pay, shared housing situation. And there are 2 in Hollister, 2 in Salinas, and 2 in King City. Also wanted to let you know that yesterday we submitted a response to behavioral health RFP for Hope Housing, formerly at Pueblo Del Mar. It's a bridge housing program, and we'll hear back in next month whether we get that opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. San Benito County, HHS.
Good morning. This is Enrique. I have no update today.
Okay, thank you. And Monterey County Office of Education.
Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to let you know that we are having our foster and homeless children and youth education summit on April 19th. And I did send around a flyer, but I'm happy to send it again. Just save the date. We'll have registration next month.
Thank you, Donna. Monterey County Department of Social Services.
I'm presenting today, so I'm happy to give my time toward the presentation.
Thank you, Lauren. Mid-Penn Housing. Meals on Wheels of Monterey Peninsula. Interim. A few gaps in the middle of the message.
Good morning, everyone. Sophia Kier here. For interim for our HUD COC funded projects, we have 3 vacancies across the 3 programs that we get funding for, and we have a number of events that we would appreciate you sharing with your constituents. They are all held at 339 Pajaro Street in Salinas at the Omni Center. So on Thursday, January 25th, we have a peer leadership training from 3 to 5 p.m. On Thursday, February 8th, starting at 12:15 p.m., we have our annual lunar celebration. And on Friday, February 16th, we have a really fun event planned at 1 p.m. It's our annual Cupid's Ball. People come dressed up. We have music, food at all of these events. So please do share with your folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie. Interfaith Outreach of Carmel.
Okay, I think
You were on, Barbara. Now you're muted.
oh, sorry about that. Okay, now I'm not. All right, I don't have a lot other than we gave our grants through McGives in December, and also in November we had a gratitude service for anyone in Monterey County that was very successful, and that's it.
Thank you very much, Barbara. Housing Resource Center.
Good morning, everybody. I'll be quick. This is Alexa from HRC. Currently, right now, our staff is going through a phase of transitioning a lot of our clients and successfully closing them and bringing in new clients. So we are at a first-time low of 93 cases as we begin to take on more. Our MC Gives for our Landlord Gold Standard program, we raised a little under $20,000. So we are going to be looking to see if we can get some additional funding throughout the year to kind of help supplement that program, but we are definitely keeping that up and running. And then lastly, we are looking for more agencies who are willing to allow HRC to come in and do housing workshops with any of the folks that are looking for housing and maybe aren't connected to a housing program. We would prefer that they weren't connected to a program, so that way those individuals can actually have an opportunity to speak to somebody on housing and kind of help them kind of veer into the right direction, but it's definitely not a carved in stone criteria. So just want to find a way to help folks figure out what their next steps could be in housing if they are not already in a program that's helping them. So if you are interested in that and you are willing to let us use your agency as kind of a spot to serve your clients, please email me directly so I can get that organized for you. And that is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexa. Housing Authority of Monterey County. Gathering for Women.
Good morning. Just a really quick update. We're finalizing our numbers for 2023, but it looks like we've seen over 400 unique women or those identifying this past year. And with our new program with Clinica Salud, we have had 6 dental visits and 13 medical visits, which we're super excited about. That's it for today.
Thank you very much. Eden Housing. Downtown Streets. I know Dorothy's place is here because she's wearing matching clothing with me. So, Jill.
Kurt says I got the memo. We at Dorothy's Place are making some infrastructure changes due both to budgetary constraints and an analysis of how we can better serve our consumers. This month, we are changing our drop-in center services somewhat to incorporate more volunteers. We need more volunteers in the drop-in center, and we're also moving the case management services, the free case management that was in the drop-in center, directly over to our Streets to Homes program. We're fully staffed over there now, and they can take on new cases, and they're excited about that. And that's my update.
Thank you very much, Jill. CSU Chase Center. Community Human Services.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Sean Stone. I'm with CHS. So for today, let's see. Safe Passage, we have 4 guests right now, so 2 vacancies that we're working on filling. Street Outreach program's doing well. We actually housed 2 youth in December, which is great. Casa de Noche Buena, we housed a family in December, and we have 2 family rooms open and 1 single women bed open. Schumann Hart House, we have 5 slots open. Volunteers are coming back to work at Schumann Hart House today. We have a SOP donation drive that we're working on, and CSUMB students, the associate students, are coming by this morning from 9 to 12. And on Friday, we have the Pallet Shelter coming by for a road show. So the Pallet Shelter is a company. It's a manufacturer of micro shelters, and they reached out to us to see if we would be able to host, which we're excited to be able to offer in the parking lot of Schumann Hart House. So at 600 East Franklin Street this Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're setting up 2 of their micro shelters, and so it's an open event to the public. Everyone is encouraged to come. So, yeah, pretty cool. That's all I got.
Thank you, Sean. We did see you on the news with the micro shelters, so very exciting. Well done.
Thank you.
Community Homeless Solutions.
Hi, this is Greg Baker. I have no updates today. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. City of Salinas.
Good morning, everybody. Rep Paul, Assistant Director for Community Development. City brief update. We are excited that we're slowly ramping up the additional staff to support our Cal ICH grants. We have several new individuals starting. I just want to bring an opportunity forward for partner agencies and everybody here that's interested in family homelessness within the City of Salinas. One of those staff joining our team will be looking at how we can better serve and maybe structure a system that would better serve families in particular, working with school districts and other homeless serving providing entities. As many of us know, there is a huge waiting list at the Share Center at this time, and many others are living in cars and other uninhabitable places. Aside from that, we are just continuing to work on all of our grants and look forward to the next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Rod. CHSP.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Alec Manis with CHSP Housing. Thanks for having me today. I'm filling in for Dana. I know she gave a presentation last meeting about CHSP and talked about our new Alfred Diaz-Infante apartments in East Garrison. We're leasing those up right now. We're also focusing our attention on a few projects we have, one in King City, another in Castroville, and a few in Salinas and some other locations. So thanks for having me today, and that's it. Thanks, Kurt.
Thank you very much. Central Coast Center for Independent Living.
Good morning, everyone. This is Gina with CISO. No, a lot of updates. We continue to working on doing rapid rehousing services. We are partnership with CalAIM, and we have been serving about 98 to 100 consumers per month. And last month, we housed 8 under CalAIM, and so far for the month of January, we have housed 4. So we continue the work. We are expanding CalAIM services to Santa Cruz County, and eventually, we also want to expand it to San Benito County as well.
Thank you very much. BACS. Access Support Network. Do we have anyone we missed who would like to give an update?
Hey Kurt, this is Jocelyn from Downtown Streets team. Quick update from us is that we have promoted our housing specialist, Cindy, to housing lead. So everything that she's been doing, she will continue doing in terms of leading our rapid rehousing program. So if anybody has any referrals, she is the person. And we have also kind of reorganized our staff structure in the Salinas office to provide her with more staff support since rapid rehousing is becoming a bigger program for us. So we now have a case manager that is supporting Cindy with housing work, and while everybody still works as a team together, we now have George, with at least 50% of his time focused on rapid rehousing. So we're excited to see where the new structure, where it leads us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else that we missed? Roxanne, if you're on, would you like to give a county update?
Sure. This afternoon, I will be co-presenting with Megan Hunter in Soledad. We are asking for a partnership to address the encampment that is living, the folks that are living along the river, and try to put them on a path to stable housing. So if anybody wants to join, it's tonight again at the City Council meeting for Soledad. We are also working on a partnership with King City. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen all of the things that's going on with Shangri-La and the King City and Salinas projects. So the City of King and I are also applying for an encampment resolution grant to assist with the people that were living along the Salinas River. As you guys probably also know, there was quite a few, there was like a investigative report about the family that was living along the river. And the City of King has worked with the coalition and the county for several months now, keeping folks inside of temporary housing while we resolve the home key issues. So wish us luck. Those are our main things that I think it's safe enough for me to announce. We'll be going to the Monterey County Board of Supervisors on January 30th to ask for official permission to apply. So those are my updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Roxanne. Mayor Casey, would you like to update the crowd on anything?
Not today, but perhaps in the future.
Thank you very much. Mayor Oglesby, would you like to update us on anything?
No updates.
Okay, thank you. Anybody we missed that would like to say something? All right, we are very pleased that Lauren, who's representing the Monterey County Department of Social Services, will be giving an update on her organization. And again, Lauren was just elected as our secretary of the CHSP last month. So Lauren, we'll turn it over to you and we'll screen share as well.
Thank you. Thank you for an opportunity to share a little bit more about the department. I know typically your engagement with us is really focused on a few programs, but I'm really hopeful to share with you a little bit more about DSS as a whole, and then zeroing in on some of the projects that are most relevant to you. I recognize that I have, maybe 10 minutes here, so hopefully I can send this to some staff. You can have access to my presentation and see some of the information more in depth at your leisure. But here, Department of Social Services is one of the largest departments within the county. We administer over 70 different public programs, and our services touch approximately 50% of all individuals in the entire county of Monterey. We administer the public assistance programs for individuals in the county, employment services, our social services for children, and serving as the Child Protective Services entity, as well as the Adult Protective Services entity, and Military and Veterans Affairs. Our services are really divided up into 5 service branches. So you can kind of see the depth of the types of services and the populations that we touch. Almost every single one of these branches can appear as a department of their own, but they all fall under the Department of Social Services. We have offices throughout the county, our main office being on Main Street, where you'll find most of our services. But we also have offices in King City, in Seaside, and Monterey. And I really want to take an opportunity to really emphasize how much access you can receive for public benefit programs online. About a year ago, the entire state of California switched over to a platform called Benefits Cal, where recipients of most of our benefits programs, Medi-Cal, CalFresh, CalWorks, can be accessed online at the Benefits Cal website. They also have the opportunity to upload any of their renewal information, employment information, their pay stubs, any of those kind of private, secure documents that people typically would have to come to our office in person and upload can now be done online. It's important to know about DSSupload.com, helping any of your service recipients upload their documentation so that they can stay compliant with their cases and help us reduce any gaps in their benefits so that they don't lose access to those much needed supportive services. You can also handle most of your services through our call center. And then also really highlighting through Benefits Cal, there is an opportunity to have a CBO account. If your organization doesn't have a CBO account, please come in and look into this. This gives your entity as a nonprofit your own account to help support the people that you're serving with submitting their applications, uploading their documents, checking in on their case status. It can really be a benefit to those who may not have their own regular access to the internet or electronic devices to just help maintain their cases. So really, please let me know if you need more information about Benefits Cal. It's a great resource. Zeroing in on some of the topics you might be more interested in as far as this for this meeting, homeless and housing resources. We administer general assistance, which is one of our public benefits for unemployed single adults who are not eligible to other benefits. It is a program that needs to be repaid. We also have significant financial investments with many of our homeless services providers, nonprofit providers. We engage in no cost or low cost property space occupancy agreements for many homeless service programs. Grants management, we're the administrative entity on behalf of the county for several homeless housing related grant funding. I'm going to zero in a little bit more in detail about inclement weather and housing support program and CAP. but also just highlighting the Share Center is another significant investment that we have in partnership with the City of Salinas. The Housing Support Program is a collaboration with the Housing Resource Center. This is a program for CalWorks recipients, providing really intensive rapid rehousing support for families. We're really proud of the relationship that we've had in working with HRC, and if you have individuals who may qualify, you can reach out to us. You can have them direct them back to their CalWorks caseworker to help get a referral. Also sharing community actions. The other hat that I wear, I serve as the Community Action Director for Monterey County Community Action Partnership. That program administers CSBG funding on behalf of the County of Monterey and issues a biennial RFP to allocate funding for services for those who have incomes at or below 125% of the federal poverty level. And those services can really change depending on needs assessments that we do every 2 years to identify the priority needs of people who are struggling, living in poverty, and need some stabilizing services. Inclement weather is active right now. From November 1st to March 31st, this is a response that the county provides to ensure that individuals who do not have regular shelter or seeking shelter during times of weather conditions at or below 45 degrees and rain or wet and cannot access a shelter bed are able to receive a motel voucher. If you're looking for more information about this program, please reach out to our office. Alex Soltero is the analyst assigned to that. This is really a life-saving measure to ensure that people who don't have access to a shelter bed, because many of our shelters are at full capacity, aren't caught outside in conditions that are known to have severe health risks. And then just, highlighting some of the community investments. DSS is often, the silent partner behind the services in our community. Really just trying to kind of ensure that additional financial supports or property space supports can be provided. DSS is the property owner for the building for the Share Center. We also host the county hosts the safe parking space outside of offices, the District 4 offices in Marina. We also help support Casa de Noche Buena, which is the Community Human Services program outside the DSS office in Seaside. And we're just really proud of our collaborations and the linkages that we're able to help leverage in our community is really one of our greatest strengths. And with that, you guys know how to reach me. I'm really open to questions. I really appreciate your interest in, looking for new ways that DSS can continue to support our community.
Lauren, thank you very, very much. The slides will be available because of some of the links that Lauren talked about. We'll send those out today just so you have reference to everything she spoke about. Do I have any questions for Lauren? We can't see the full screen, so please speak up if you do have questions.
I just wanted to, Lauren, this is Jill. I just wanted to thank you for doing a very comprehensive presentation in a very short period of time. I know that you could have elaborated on it considerably, but I learned a lot from that, and I really appreciate you presenting to us today.
Thank you. That was the intent.
Thank you very much, Lauren. For the executive director update, let me give a summary and then I'll defer to the next meeting before we list names. So we did a national search through Insperity, which is our HR firm, for a new executive director for the Coalition of Homeless Services Providers. They reached out and provided 39 names of people that were qualified and interested. We narrowed those down for a resume search to 14, And then from there, we narrowed it down to 5. We are now down to a single candidate, and we'll be discussing that in the next closed meeting for members. But I feel very confident that we will have a new ED for the Coalition of Homeless Services Providers in the next week. There are a few small things we need to take care of on the offer. We're working that, and we'll be happy to send an announcement out when the offer is given and accepted. So more to follow in the very near future, but I think we're very close. Yes, finally. So for the coalition updates, we will have Katrina give those, and I'm very grateful to the members for keeping the updates informative and short. Now we have the highly anticipated awards for the member updates. So the shortest update goes to San Benito County and CHS for 2 seconds. And the most timely updates was a 3-way tie. It goes to interim, HRC, and CHS for 59.5 seconds. So very, very impressive on time over target there, team. So thank you all very much for that. And now we will turn it over to Katrina and the coalition update.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. So we have our 2024 sheltered housing inventory count and point in time count will be happening on the same day as our unsheltered count, but we're having our training this week. Looks like it's tomorrow, so that everybody can ask the questions on how to complete the housing inventory and point in time forms. Oliver should have reached out to you. If you guys have not heard from Oliver and it did not get a Zoom bite, please let us know and we can link you with those forms. So for our unsheltered point in time count, I'm really excited about this. McNor has worked very hard with the community to get this going on. We have our deployment centers locked in for Seaside, CHSP's office, United Way in Salinas, and then San Benito County, the Workforce Development Office in Hollister. Monterey County has received over 100 volunteers, and all census tracts were assigned as of last week. So there can be more volunteers today, but as of, I think, Thursday, we had 100 volunteers with all census tracts covered. San Benito County is a little different. They're a smaller county, and they have their 30 volunteers with 11 teams. So all point-in-time activities will be happening on January 31st. So the housing inventory count, the Hick and Pit, sheltered, and the unsheltered will be taking place. I have a great team here. McNor and Damien has been connecting with our sheriff's departments and jurisdictions, Caltrans, to kind of pause the sweeps for the month of January. I don't know if they're going to do it, but we're hoping that they are. It seems like we've been getting positive feedback and that they will be reaching out to us should they encounter encampment so that we can link up with our outreach teams to inform them of what's happening the day of the count and then also offer services. We have connected with hospitals to try to administer a secondary count. We're still solidifying that portion of it and are excited to continue our partnership with the hospitals to obtain those numbers. Does anybody have any questions on the Hick and Pit before I move on?
Hey, Katrina, are you guys holding trainings? I have a few people in my office that are asking.
That's a great question. Yes, we are, and McNor can speak to that.
Was that Roxanne?
Yes.
Hi, Roxanne. This is McNor. Yes,
We are holding the training session, and actually it's scheduled for this Friday. So this Friday around 10 a.m. and we're working on getting the invitation out the door. We just needed to make sure that we include all the volunteers who have already registered for the Point in Time Count. So we'll be getting that out the door. So it's this Friday, January 19th, and I believe it's at 10 a.m. in the morning, and it's going to be followed by a Q&A session. So if anybody who has registered and has questions, then we can have them answered. And at the same time, we have already sent out, I think ASI, they have already sent out the YouTube training videos, making sure that everyone and how the process works, they already have the information on their fingertips. I hope that answers. And then Kanisha? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, just one last thing. Are you going to offer the training? Are you going to record it and send it out? Because I think 2 days is difficult for some of my colleagues in this office for them to be able to make that.
Yes, we can do that.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Keishla?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. I was just wondering for the HICPIC, that's for emergency shelter counts, correct? Or am I misunderstanding that?
Yeah, the sheltered housing inventory count and point in time count is for emergency shelters, transitional housing. Yes.
Awesome. And a follow-up question to that is, does that count need to be done at the same time as the point-in-time count at 5 a.m., or can it be done later in the day?
So it would be bridging that night. So I guess it would be the night of the 30th that leads into the 31st.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Katrina.
Are you on, Oliver? Would you like to speak to that?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, can you repeat the question, Keishla?
Yeah, I was just wondering when the emergency shelter count is due. Is it due at the same time as the PIC count? But from what Katrina's saying, it's due the night before.
No. It's all going to be done on the same night, January 31st.
Okay. And is there a time frame? Because I'm just wondering, staffing-wise, what time we should have staff available.
So they don't have to submit it that day. They just have to make sure their information is done in HMIS and they submitted their forms. They have a time frame. So Oliver, you want to speak to that portion?
So as far as the forms and the documents, it's going to be due. Those will be due on February 5th, which will be a Monday. But all of this I'll cover on the training tomorrow, as far as the due dates and the instructions, and then the project types that are required.
Thank you. And the same question that Roxanne asked, if we can't have staff who can attend, will this be recorded and disseminated?
Yeah, I can work on that, yes.
Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, Katrina.
We have a question from Outreach Unlimited.
Yes, this is Marisa Kobolinski from Outreach Unlimited. We aren't on the HMS. We don't have a way to enter in our people because we're a rotating shelter at night. How can we get our counts into the right place?
Yes, thank you for wanting to participate. So you would still fill out your hard copy form. It wouldn't be an HMIS. So we would love everyone to participate in HMIS, but we take data from all programs within our counties. So thank you for participating, and we'll make sure that Oliver links up with you to get you those forms over, and that if you or somebody from your team could participate in the training tomorrow.
2 days notice, no way. I'm sorry. We don't even have an executive director, but yeah. We're Outreach Unlimited, and the email is on this invitation and everything. Yes, we would love to have those forms.
Will do. Thank you so much. Donna?
Hi, good morning. Would you give me a call later today and let me know how you want the schools to be involved in our participation? We haven't talked for a while about that, so.
Definitely Mucknor can connect with you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. Any more questions for the Hick and Pit? Now we can move on to the coordinated entry overhaul. So as you guys may have known, CHSP has consulted with Homebase and they have been administering the overhaul of our coordinated entry system. And we put out a survey last month in December for agencies and the public to participate in. And from those surveys that came in, it was great feedback. Thank you so much. We have put together these focus groups and interviews that will be taking place. So we'll have a focus group between February 19th and the 23rd. That will be virtual and in person, one for service providers and one for lived experience. All your information was connected to those surveys, so you'll be getting an email to invite you to these meetings. And then we'll be administering the key staff surveys and stakeholder interviews as well. So those would be like one-on-one interviews or very small groups, not a focus group. But I'm looking for one more participant, a grassroots organization that would like to be interviewed. Does anybody want to volunteer to get connected with Homebase to provide your feedback on coordinated entry as you see it, maybe what your experiences may be, any type of input you may have? And if not, we'll reach out to, we have Outreach Unlimited.
BTC will be.
Yeah, we might be interested because we aren't on coordinated entry. There's a lot of barriers for us. So if it's possible, I will try to do that.
I will submit your organization so they can connect with you.
And Katrina, if for any reason you need any additional input, HRC can help too.
Thank you so much. HRC. All right. So one more update I have is we're looking for maybe one or two CHSP members to join our audit committee. This is a once a year type commitment. We meet maybe 3 times and really would like somebody who has experience with reading financials that would like to participate in this. We right now have our draft financial ready and we need to pass it through a group to move it forward. So just put that nugget out there and you guys could contact me if you guys are interested in participating.
Anything else?
And that's it. That's it for my updates.
Okay. And with that, we will bring the public meeting to a close with the word of the month, or acronym of the month, which is Hick and Pit. It sounds like a fruit stand in the Midwest, but we're going to go with that. So Hick and Pit. Do I have any closing comments from anybody online? Okay, the time is 9:45. Please come back for the member meeting at 9:55. So please take a 10-minute break and we will see you in a few minutes.
Thank you.